Hi, it's Brittany from the Empurrium. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make the Juno wallet. So cute. This is a pattern from SewGnar Sewing Patterns. She named it after her niece, and I got to meet her when we were at the Washington Sew Expo, and she's so cute. Okay, so Nicole mainly works in cork. She designs all her patterns for like raw edge textiles. So I used some pink cork and some of my Space Kitty's smooth vinyl. So this is the vinyl I sell. This specific colorway is exclusive to me, but I use my regular colorway that I do sell on the inside. So there are 2 cash slots, 16 card slots. Holy crap. And then on the back, there is this little accordion gusset zipper pocket. So cute. I wanted to edge paint this before the video, but my power had gone out when I was going to record, so it got pushed back. But I'm going to edge paint it. I'm going to use my Giardini base coat dense. I'm going to use this Angelus hot pink leather paint that I love. It's like it's not really hot pink, it's like a bubblegum pink. And then I'm going to use my iridescent gloss top coat. I don't know if it'll do anything, but maybe it'll shimmer a little. Anyways, really cute. This video is going live as part of the Marathon Society marathon for this. So this is the first time I made this. I watched Nicole's video a couple times. This is intimidated by that back zipper pocket. It's not perfect. I need to work on my placement. they're a little uneven, but it's okay. It wasn't hard. I just need to work on not letting my stuff shift when I make wallets like this. So super fun, super cute. You can check out this pattern and buy it on the SewGnar website. She has lots of other fun patterns too. Not going to go over cutting this, but I will give an overview of the pieces before we sew. Anyways, hope you have a great day and enjoy. Alright, so before we start sewing, I'm going to go over the pieces. I'm probably not going to call them the right names, but it's okay. So when you are cutting your main piece, you have 2 that are the same size, but one is your exterior and one is your lining. So they'll end up together like this, and looks like, oh yes, okay, I'll have to probably move some markings in a little bit, but there's markings for D-ring placement. I think I marked both sides. If you're using, Nicole uses like a little corset D-ring. But so your lining, you're not cutting anything out, but on your exterior, you need to cut this button box out for your zipper. I am using number 3 zipper tape. It's so cute. Like, look how cute this little zipper pull is. I'm obsessed. I thought I had another zipper sitting here. I must have moved it away. Yep, don't see it. I was gonna compare them, but it's fine. So that zipper is going there, and then I'm gonna put my logo right on there. Nicole had hers. It was cute. You have your zipper gusset, and when you cut it, the pattern piece, you want to lay it down with the text up, but you want to be on the wrong side, or you need to flip it. Basically, this is how it should look, right side up. And then we have our 2 pocket lining pieces. This piece gets interfaced on all of it, and then this one, there's directions for that, and I wasn't sure if I put the interfacing in the right spot, but I did. I used my noggin. If you're using a directional print, so you're gonna take and flip it over, and then you'll put the interfacing in the bottom right corner, because this is your zipper pocket, these are going to end up folded, and then like that's in that direction, so that's how you want it. Oh, Donut is maybe going to come say hi. I'm using Fashion Snaps, Spring Snaps. I love when I get to use them. They're so much fun. And then we have our card slot lining, I think it's called, the back. You have 2 of the card slot A, I think it's called. Maybe. Yes, card panel A. And then you'll cut 6 of your card slots. And then you have, oh boy, I don't know where the piece is, but this is your center piece. I think it might be called B. I'm thinking B. You'll see. And then also in the pattern, she gives you multiple options for how you can cut your card slots. Like you can do this cute V or this curve. I am intending to make a matching Rowena, which is the new pattern coming out from Knotted Threads. And I thought that the curves would complement the purse nicely, but I have a hard time cutting things with scissors and going in on a curve. Like, I didn't cut that the greatest. I was worried I would mess it up because I don't use a cutting machine. Okay, so enough about that. I am going to do what Nicole did in her video, and I am going to do both sides at the same time. So in the pattern, she'll have you do one side and then go to the other and do the other side. I'm going to do both at the same time. Another thing is your card panel back. There are marks. So what you can do is just slide it down and mark them. And then, let's see here. We're going to use a decent amount of tape. So I've got double stick tape. Also going to be using my hole punch after a little while. I think that's about it for tools. Alright, so card slot back. We are going to put some tape. I'm going to attempt to stitch through my tape as little as possible. Also going to stick with like a 4.5 for my stitch length throughout this. Okay, so I'm going to put tape on these 2 spots. Take the backing off. Throw it on the floor. I need to get a new trash can up here. And then we're going to take the card panel A and we're going to line it up to the edge. Another thing with this pattern, if you have like overhang, we can trim that down at the end or as we go too. Okay, so now I've got those taped on. We're going to top stitch these edges. Oh, I should probably thread my machine. I hear it helps. I'll just do that real quick. So for these parts, we are going to be back stitching and then trimming our threads. You're not really able to knot these off. Like all the stitching is going to show, so you don't need to do that. I did remember to put the bobbin in at least. I had just wound a fresh bobbin, so go me. Woohoo. Oh, George is up here too now. Alright. So, again, we're just stitching along these edges, 1/8 of an inch to like a top stitch. Knocked my tape on the floor. Doing great. Going well. Just haven't gotten so much lately. It's crazy. So for the next step, and what I'm doing with mine is I am alternating Space Kitties and the pink. Alright. So I'm going to be clipping these into place because what we're going to do now is this one lines up to the bottom of that one. And I don't want to tape it. Oh, George. Because I'm going to be stitching there. So I am going to clip as I go. So I'll get this one into place. I probably should have made my marks go over more, but it's okay. Alright, so one there. And I feel... Okay, this one I'm gonna put in the middle. It happened to match up funny with the lining print when I laid them out earlier. I noticed. Okay. So once we've got those in place, we're going to stitch from here to here. If you're okay with stitching through tape, you could tape that edge down. If you tape in too far, your cards are gonna stick on the tape. So I would use caution. And I just gave myself like my own little jump stitch there. Okay, so we've got this one on, and then I'm going to do pink. So what we're doing is we're lining the bottom up now with our next mark. Did I not put this one up high enough? Okay, I'm going to stretch that to there. I think my vinyl stretched a tiny bit. Just want to make sure everything lines up as good as possible. Also, this is the first one I'm making, so I know it might not be absolutely perfect. I'm also not opposed to keeping it for myself. I love the Space Kitties. They're so cute, and I sold the last thing I made with them, so keep something at some point, right? Alright, so same. We're stitching down. Yeah, see, that, it's fine. I'm not mad. I think next time I might connect these lines. So I can see all the way down to line the bottom up a little bit more. We're learning as we go. And the lines that are showing on the back are going to be inside of your wallet, so they won't actually be showing. Okay, got our print again. I also cut these pieces with a ruler a bit, and I'm not sure I matched up the measurements 1000%, but I got very close. So we're just repeating that same thing again. Probably could have left these threads on the inside too if I really wanted to. Oh, I ended up putting those. I would not have done that. But also I'm not going to take it apart. I could, but I'm not going to. Okay. So then we take card panel B and we are going to center this. I feel like I didn't do a very good job putting these in place. It's okay. We are... Oh, this one we could take a piece of tape. I will be stitching through this, but I want this to stick so don't mess up. Okay. So we're going to get this centered. That should be okay. I think that's pretty good. I think my silver marking pen would wipe off this cork, but I'm slightly afraid that it won't. And I don't know where my roller went. Okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a tiny mark. And a tiny mark. And then, sorry, hair's in the way, I'm sure. And just real lightly, not even making a mark. Probably because this pen has been upside down for so long. Let's try this again. I think it needs refilled too. Okay. We have an imaginary line. It's gonna be okay. Starting there, ending here. Let's see how straight of a line I can sew. I gotta admit, I think that was pretty good. Like, it's almost spot on. Donut, don't eat that. He's trying to eat the paper from the tape. Sorry, dude. Okay, now that we got that, I maybe was not supposed to stitch that yet. That's funny. Was not supposed to stitch that, but it'll just be an extra stitch. It's fine. It won't hurt anything. Okay, we do need to stitch this way. So we have a vertical stitch line that divides the card slots. This pen is just not marking. Yep, it's empty. I excel at all things. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clip this right here, and I'm just gonna stitch right next to it. So there's my line, there's my line. Not stitching through the paper, just next to it, just so I had a guide. Getting real creative on this wallet. Stick around, learn something new. Okay, so this line technically shouldn't be there, but it's okay. And the next thing she has you do is attach stabilizer to the lining. I'm opting not to use stabilizer because I am using vinyl and cork, and I want to see how it feels. She does mention she's done some without stabilizer, she's done some with Craft Tech, she's done some with Decapil Heavy. I debated using Decapil Light, but I am just not going to use any this time. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my cutting mat, and I'm going to take my rotary cutter, and I'm just going to trim these edges up a little bit so that they are even, and then I'll be right. Okay, so like I said, I just went and evened those up a little bit. Looks like this thread caught there. Just go ahead and in these spots that I know the thread will show, I'll go ahead and hit those with a little bit of fire. Okay. Well, we know my marking pen is dead, so great. Okay, so I'm gonna skip the stabilizer. If you're using magnetic snaps, you need to put those in. If you're using spring snaps, you can wait until the end, which is what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we can set this aside, and we're going to work on our zipper pocket. Wasn't supposed to, yes, okay. Making sure, doing great. So we're gonna put our zipper on, so you can just take the end of your zipper tape, hit that with some fire, and then we're gonna put our zipper pull on. When you're putting your pull on your zipper tape, be mindful of which tooth is at the top. This zipper does not matter as much as some because of how this is going to be finished, but that's how you do it. So we're going to make a mark. What did I just do? Wrong end. We're going to make a mark 3/4 of an inch. Zipper going this way on the bottom. You're going to split that. And I watched Nicole do this. And we're making a 90-degree. She folds it like that and then just folds that over. And I was like, oh, that worked perfectly. And then clip it. Snip the excess. And then this is how I do like doing this part. Just be careful You're just going to get it hot enough that it starts to melt. Just a little bit of heat, press it. Be careful you don't burn yourself. Do it a couple times. And there you go. So that's what your zipper should look like. And then I'm gonna put my logo on real quick. And I do not have a ruler over here. I feel like I should. I need to get situated with where I have everything. Okay, so I'm just using this. Sorry, my head. Got some grays coming in. Okay, so this is centered and flush. So I'm gonna put this down right here. I think that'll be good. It'll sit right there. Far enough out of the way for me to stitch. Let's see. I could probably drop it down a tiny bit. Nicole has, since she uses cork all the time, she has like a, some sort, it makes like, it embosses the cork kind of for her logo. It's so cool looking. But I don't use cork much, so logo it is. I could have used like a rainbow cork heartwood and hide tag too. That would have been really cute. Okay. So, hope that's out of the way enough. I think it is. Okay. So that's on. We're going to take and put double-sided tape around here. I like to put mine just outside of what I'm working on. The number 3 I don't always use. It is a little bit smaller. But as long as it catches, it'll be good. Kind of close there, Brittany. Okay. Okay, and then peel your tape off. And then take your zipper and what you want to do is you want where your zipper folds off, you want that to line up just after this part, and then that one goes straight. It'll make sense. I'm going to see here. I'm just gonna try to, it's really hard to do without standing up to look at it. Kind of trying to make sure the zipper is centered here first, after I've got it at the length, or like down where I want it. Not used to working with a number 3. Okay, so I think I need it down just a little bit because you get a gap here. I think it needs, yeah. So I even saw Nicole mess with this a couple times when she was trying to line it up right. Ooh, looks really good. Nice. This part could adjust the tiniest bit. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so it's sticking a little bit. So we got that. And then we're gonna flip this back over. And we're gonna put some tape, some more tape right here. We're also going to take this piece. Okay, hang on. A little bit of tape. We're going to fold this over right here, so we're going to put a little bit of tape here. Unless you ironed it and it's staying really well. But some tape there at the edge of the interfacing. And fold that over. Okay, so this folded over part lines up with this. But what we're doing is flipping this over, and you want this to line up with that, but you want to line this fabric up with the edge of the zipper tape. So you want this edge lined up with the edge of your zipper tape, and then you want this edge to come just almost to that edge. And then what we're gonna do is flip this over, and we're going to stitch here to here, and we're gonna leave our tails long to pull them. I have been intimidated by these little zipper things. There's like a couple patterns I've seen where people have added them, and I'm like, that's so cute, but I can't do that. And once I watched Nicole do it, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I can do that. So I feel like my zipper is not actually centered now that I'm doing this. Okay, I'm gonna move my pull out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna do the tiniest little stitch at the very end. Okay, so pull that out long. Okay. It looks really crooked on the back. It isn't completely perfect on the front, but it works enough. So you just pull and you get a loop. I'm catching my material. Okay, there it is. All right, so you just knot these off, and then you will need, in some spots that we're tying, to trim down and seal it. These two spots, you don't have to, because the fabric's gonna get folded down, so it's okay. So that gets folded like that. I do need to trim this zipper tape down, or it will be in my way later. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and seal that again. All right, so we have the bottom of this sewn, and then we're gonna flip this back over, and we're folding this down so it looks like this. And Nicole had actually pulled her tails and taped them right here. I'm going to take a little piece of tape and put it right here to help hold this down. Just so. So the next thing we're doing is we're taking our zipper gusset piece, and then we're going to take this short end here, and we are going to put a piece of tape on it right here on the edge. And then we are taking that, and let's move our zipper pull. We're going to line this up with the edge and the top meeting. So this is what that looks like. We're going to flip it over and stitch from where that slit starts to here. Leave your tails long so you can tie them off again. And I'm going to get this stitch to line up as close as possible with the stitch I ended with on the last step. So these threads we do have to knot off. And trim, because they'll be where it shows. Just heard that scream. That's my child playing video games. Okay, now we get to fold this over, and it's gonna go 1/4 of an inch. So we'll take another piece of tape and line that up over here. And as Nicole says, if you're using 1/4 inch tape, just fold it right over onto the tape, and that is perfect. So here I go. Perfect. If you have tape up here still, which I kind of do, I think maybe enough for what I'm about to do, we're going to place this down next. Be mindful of the orientation if you are using a directional print. I think I might need a little bit more tape. Maybe not. I think it's holding. So basically this is what it's gonna look like. Look at that cute little space kitty peeking through. Okay. I'm gonna close that back up. So we're not stitching this quite yet. What we're gonna do is, cat, please stay off my sewing machine. We're going to close this up first. So we'll flip it this way, and I feel like that didn't go out as far. We need to stitch around this to close things on this side, because we're about to close here, but we need to close the pocket in the other spots. So just fold. Oh, it's because of the tape. Silly me. Okay, so peel that tape a little bit, get in there to be able. My cat is literally attacking my leg right now, and I'm terrified. Oh, don't I get off of that? Well, I've had them run across my foot pedal before and scare the crap out of me. Okay, so we're about to stitch to there. So I'm just gonna close that to right there, and I think that's good. So this part is the back. That's the inside. Okay, so I have this closed right here, which is the pocket part. And now we can close the fancy spots. So we're gonna go just like a stitch over, up, top, and right there. So I'm going to start in the hole I ended that last stitch. I'm gonna go over one. Perfect. Now I'm going to fold that out of my way a little bit. I hope I haven't pulled this. No, it looks good. Okay. Now I need to go like half a stitch to be right where I want to be. When you're adjusting that on your own and going to pivot, you want to make sure your needle is on its way back up when you turn. And then also needle down when you lift your presser foot to move your needle. Looks like one more stitch here. Perfect. Donut, you are shaking the foot. I'm sorry. The cats are trying to get used to my new space also. They're like, oh, Mom. Okay, so now I'm going right back into the hole I started the beginning of this in. Oh, I ended up just next to where I started that one. That's perfect. We're not losing any coins today. Or tomorrow. I'm sorry. I was going to record this like hours and hours and hours ago and my power went out, so now I'm like, ugh. Just a little discombobulated today. It's fine. This does not completely match up, but no one is going, you're not losing anything. This looks really cute. Is this supposed to be closed though? Guess that's just how that works. Or did I do something wrong? I think that's how it's supposed to be. I guess it just... Are you? I feel like maybe I would sew that. I don't know. It's cute. I like it. I'll play with it later. But that is that. I don't think I was supposed to. I'm really good, you guys. Alright. So now that we're done with that, we can... It says you can attach your snaps to the exterior panel. I think we can do it all at the end though. Because, oh no, we do have to. We have to put our snap bottoms here. Okay, so I marked these. We get to do the other ones at the end is what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and punch a hole where my markings were, and I used the pattern piece to transfer those. So I'm a mess, but you're all here for the ride. Congrats. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get these pieces to pop out of here. So we're using 2. Okay. So we want these pieces. Yes. I struggle every time I do these. I think these go together. And these go together. Yes. Okay. So you want the pointy ones and these ones. I'm almost certain. Let me check. Let me make sure. I was right. I tend to keep like another wallet near me so I can make sure. So what you can do too is you can take a little scrap of stabilizer. Do I not have any? I know I do. And you can poke a little hole, like punch a hole like you are for, there we go. Sometimes I use Peltex. So what I'm going to do is, ooh, the drawer, this doesn't smell so good. Okay. They make little washers. You can buy washers too. But we're just going to make that same hole. And I use it on this one, but not the other side, just because of the nature of, did that not go through? I was just like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, this is doing so good. It did work. Okay. Because of the way this one works. Come on. Did I do a big enough hole? Welcome to me struggle. I'm really truly looking forward to being able to record more tutorials again, because I feel like I've just like been out of it. Okay, so this is just reinforcing this part of the snap in this hole. So these go like this, and I have my press over here. Sorry, I can't adjust it. I haven't set everything up yet over here, but that's what that looks like. Okay, so we have our snap there, and that's what's going to end up folding up like that. All right, we get to assemble the wallet layers. We have our exterior, our lining, and our card slots. Lots of thread. Okay, so you can add, okay, we're going to take tape and we're going to attach these. I think I'm going to I'm going to punch my holes on this one because I've marked it, and then I will go through these holes to mark the exterior when I'm done. Sorry, I feel like I'm bouncing around, but the main parts are there, right? Okay, so I glue or double-sided tape to the wrong side of the lining panel and attach to the exterior panel, wrong sides together. Ensure the top of the lining is with the flap portion of the exterior. Okay, so let me get some tape. I'm not going to tape all the way to the edges because I don't want to be stitching through it. Truly. Do I have thicker tape? Yeah. Alright, let's use some of the thicker tape for this. looks like I do need to grab a ruler for the next step. Okay, so this is my top. This is my top. I'm flipping it, I know. Okay. So, the good thing about these raw edge wallets is at the end, you can even it up if you need to. So, that's together. This is going to go on here, but I need my ruler. Okay, so, grabbed a glitter ruler. We are going to lay this on top, 1/2 inch up from this edge. So the snaps are kind of making it hard to do. So okay. Trying to not mark this too hard. These are the ones that lined up with that, so they'll be down here. It'll be fine. It would have just looked like a big repeat. Okay. Clip all around to hold. Be so cute. Okay, so with the panel right side up, we're measuring down from the top edge, and then we're measuring up from the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna pull what I did this last time here. It's funny because there's so much bulk. It makes it did I do something wrong? Oh, okay. So in the pattern, it looks like when you measure from the top, it should be this line. And when you measure from the bottom, it should be this line. But it looks like it's the other way around. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Well, this is interesting because since I did that center mark, I think I can use that. Sorry, the snaps and the zipper are just making it really hard for me. That would be 1, 2, 3. And then okay, I need to go in 3/8 of an inch from both of these. I'm going to try just doing little marks. Barely see it. I've been saying I need to get a chalk pen for like the longest time, and maybe I'll take my own advice after this and order one. Okay, so we've got our guidelines for stitching. Oh, this is fun. We're going to stitch around here. And then we're gonna stitch here. So you overlap right here, but you're sewing two boxes. It's really cool. Okay, I like it. I'm gonna move my zipper. And you do have to backstitch because if you tie it off, it's gonna show anyways. Okay. Oh no. Oh man. I'm just winning today. Oh, I went too far. It's okay. You'll never know. Don't tell anyone. My line isn't like so. Okay, so I came down and I'm going to the bottom line. I'm actually kind of glad I stitched this one in the middle because you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. I did it for you. I won't miss it on this one. Or will I? My friend Lauren told me that I should angle the corners in, like bevel them, and I almost did it, and then I forgot. It would look really nice though. Okay, so first box done. He's so cute. On the edge a little. Okay. Alright, and then same thing with this bottom. Okay, yeah, we'll be going up past that. Almost messed myself up. It's like, that doesn't look right. Oh, make sure all your layers are okay. Mine are trying to mess up on me. So if you're worried about these edges, you can go in a little bit on the seam allowance, but also take your time. It's not too bad. Just have to make sure that you're catching all of those edges and all of your layers. Almost done. Okay, get okay. Look at it. Almost done. Okay. Okay, so this is funny. It says, side note, depending on your materials, you may find that your bottom crease isn't crisp enough for your liking, and you can add a third stitch line centered between the two we created when stitching around the top and bottom sections of the wallet. The extra stitch line will become the crease for the bottom edge of the wallet. So I have it on one side. It just doesn't show through. So okay, we gotta put our snaps in up here. Yep. Okay, so I already punched, I know you probably can't see, but I punched through the lining, so now I just need to punch through the exterior. And then when we do this side, oh good, I can see it. The flat side is going to be on the outside, and then this part inside. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quick. So there's one. Like I said, I don't add stabilizers on this one. It is so cute. So I feel like since you want these stitches down here, you could kind of do like stitches here to help you fold if you want to. I should probably test my card slats, but I'm gonna say they work. I think I definitely need to work on lining those up a little bit better, but it's okay. It's cute. I'll gladly use this on myself. So one thing is you can take this to the cutting mat and even everything up, but truthfully, I just generally take some scissors and even things up. It's kind of, I make a lot of the Moondance notepad covers, and this is what I do for them. I'm also gonna use sharper scissors. I also am going to edge paint this. I'm unable to add that to this video because it is part of the marathon, and due to my power being out today, I just don't have time to get that into this video. But as Nicole says, this is a great pattern to work on edge coating and practicing that skill. She does tell you, as I cut at an angle here, when you're at the cutting mat, trimming things up to cut straight, but that was sticking out. Use your judgment, whatever feels right. Okay, I think I'm done playing with that. So here is our little zipper pocket, and here are all our card slots, and these are our bill slots. And then you can train your wallet. You can like clip it here and it'll hold it. But anyways, it was so much fun to make. I know I struggled a little, but I can't wait to make more. I think it's really, really cute. I think I might not have lined that up perfectly, but I love it. I love it. And I'm going to edge coat this in a pretty pink, and I'm going to make a matching purse. It's going to be amazing. So thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to watch the other videos in the marathon. Let me know if you're going to make one. Have a great day. Bye.